Today I want to talk to you a bit about elements and properties. In Apply, you build your app by picking elements from the toolbar, such as a button, and placing them on the screen on the playground. Or for example, a field, or let's just paste another button. This is just us throwing elements around so that I can show you some properties. On the right side here, you can see the property inspector. It's divided into sections such as size, geometry, text, appearance, and more. Each type of element got distinct types of properties. So the properties for a button are not necessarily the same as the ones from a field. You can use it to configure the button to your liking, such as, for example, changing the color, changing the text style, and you use that to make the app your own. Give it your own UX experience, making it consistent. For example, you might want to make all your buttons green, but if you're gonna do that, it might be quite tedious to do it one by one. The best thing to do is to use the Asset Manager. So here, down below, you can switch to the Asset Manager, it's the little bookmark icon, and you can pick an element that you selected, and you can add either the color or the text styles or the element itself to the Asset Manager. So let's add the color and also the text style, which means that to make this button look like that one, and just to better demo this, like Apply by default tries to auto size the text. So if I put a lot of text here, you'll see that it's changing the text, so it's no longer consistent. But if I want this button to look like that other one, I can click here to apply the color, and also click here to apply the same text. Need to make it a bit larger to make it fit. But that's also a way to reuse the properties from one control to the next to make them look really good on your app. Once you're here on the property inspector, you also have this alignment section. So if you select, for example, more than one, notice that I selected the button first, and then the field, and then the other button. I can make them all like the same width. I can also align them and, for example, distribute them vertically so they have the same distance. That doesn't work with this button because it requires it to be longer, so let's do it the other way around. Yeah. So you can use those alignment tools to better position and make sure that things are aligned. Apply will also show you like handy guidelines to show you the distance when things are centered, that kind of stuff. The property inspector is probably the most useful section of all the app. You'll be spending a lot of your time here changing properties, changing specifications. So it's very good for you to get used to it. You can learn more about the property inspector in our documentation. This is it for our brief video, just telling you that each element has their own set of properties. For example, let's add this little switch here, and you can see that it's kind of different. So let's put an accent color that's the same, just so that it looks nice. But you can see that it has its own element section with things that are specific to this type of element. Learn more about the properties of each element and also about each element themselves in our own documentation at docs.apply.io. Hope to see you soon.